Hey there, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to share with you some 3D printed G.I. Joe Cobra Forces. We'll start off with the high-speed Sentry tank, or Cobra His tank. This tank was printed on my Prusa Mini. It's an FDM print. There are two pieces, the hull and the tracks. Simply glue them together. Then there's the gun. This was printed on my Anycubic Photon Zero. And the high-speed Sentry tank has a driver and a gunner and has space on the back for two more Cobra troopers to catch a ride. Maybe they're tank riders. The guns are twin-linked Diablo 30mm cannons with 2,000 rounds each. Fully loaded, the lore says that the Cobra His tank can go 275 miles, has a range of 275 miles. The Cobra His tank has seen service with both the Cobra Army and the Crimson Guard. They have their own elite version and color scheme to it. I've also seen some of these painted up in Arctic versions and in desert versions. Alright, now let's move on. We'll take a look at this buggy. This was printed entirely, crew and all, on my Anycubic Photon Zero. It has a 50 caliber machine gun on top. Awesome mobility, great range. Next to that are two Cobra eels. These figures were designed by the art of Mike Patreon. You can see their flippers. And no, these are not actually G.I. Joe troops, but I'm using them for eels. And the eels were the first specialized Cobra troopers in the fiction. Matter of fact, I've got a bigger one of this. These are all printed in 1/72 scale. Here's a bigger one to give you more idea of the detail. I printed this guy at 40 millimeters, 40 or 45. Great looking model. This one was printed on my Sonic Phrozen Mini. One last look at the 20 millimeter, or excuse me, the 1/72 scale. Next, we'll move on to the Cobra motorcycles. They're 400cc, used for reconnaissance and behind-the-scenes strikes, or behind enemy line strikes. Here we have two Cobra troopers, one who's lost his mask and helmet. Perhaps they blew off. One about to deliver a grenade. Now, the truth is, these are miniatures that were designed by the 3D designer named Carnage King. You can find him over on Thingiverse, Cults 3D, and I believe he designed these for his 40K Gene Stealer Cults Force. But I'm using them for G.I. Joe Cobra. Great looking little models. Printed out really well at 1/72 scale. Lastly, we'll take a look at this old Cobra Stingray. This was one of my first 3D prints I ever made, which is why the quality is just not there when you compare it to a His tank. And part of the reason why was the printer. This was done on a DaVinci Pro 1000. And again, the quality is just not there. Plus, I didn't have my Cura settings zeroed in as well as I do now. Experience makes a difference. This was printed in 2017. But anyway, back to the Stinger here. It was designed as a non-attack four-wheel drive vehicle. It has 4 variable mission missiles, short to medium range, so they can be used for surface-to-air missiles or surface-to-surface. Two-man crew, 360-mile range. Or excuse me, the rocket has a 360-degree rotation on it. Has a ram bar and a winch. I'll be making this again, but I will make it in resin and possibly another one in FDM. This is an FDM print, as you can see here. So that's my little Cobra Force. These are FDM prints, the two motorcycles. I'm sorry. I misspoke. These are resin prints, the two motorcycles. And they were printed on my Anycubic Photon Zero. Same thing with the buggy. These guys here, the two eels, or would-be eels, were printed on my Sonic Phrozen Mini. And then Anycubic Photon Zero for the HISS turrets, and Prusa Mini for the bodies, and the DaVinci Pro. I'll try to put a link in the description for the Art of Mike Patreon, Carnage King's either Thingiverse or Cult 3D page. He's also, if you're a member of the Makers Cult Discord, you can find him on there as well. Also, I'll try to find the maker, or excuse me, the designer of the Cobra HISS tanks and the Stinger. The same gentleman. He's on Thingiverse. These files are on Thingiverse. They may have migrated to Cults now. I'm not sure. But I will look for a link for that as well and put that in the description below. I haven't yet decided what I'm going to use for the Cobra Troopers, your standard Cobra Army infantry type, or the Crimson Guard. I do have some Caesar's Special Ops troops, which I featured in another video. You can find that on my channel. I may use some of those. I'm not 100% certain yet, but I think for the Cobra Troopers, which I want to have several of, I'm going to have to find a 3D model to print, which won't be a problem. Rather, I have many choices, and when I get those done, I'll post a video of them as well. Comment down below and tell me what you think of these models. Do you like them? Do you dislike them? I read each and every comment. Let me know what you think. Thank you for your time watching. If you can, please leave me a simple like. They're free, don't cost you nothing. If you want to see more plastic soldiers, hit that subscribe button. You guys have a great day.